Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is our Sunday box opening. Surprise!
Hey! I'm home.
She actually came home a day early. She had her dates wrong.
I had my days wrong. I had my days wrong because we were looking at the tickets, and on the flight tickets and on everything, you know, it's always from your place of departure. So it said we were arriving on February 9th, on February 9th, on February 9th. No, we crossed the date line, international date line.
Yeah.
So after 29 hours of flying, we left, I don't remember what the time was, 3:30. We left Bali, 3:30 on the 8th. Mm-hmm. Flew for 5 hours, landed in China, a little layover, flew for 10 hours, landed in Vancouver, flew for another hour, landed in Seattle, and we landed in Seattle at 10:30 on the 8th p.m.
That's great.
So
5 hours.
5 hours. 5 hours. And then drove home through snow.
Oh.
Through snow. I know. I took a video on the pass of the snow on the pass, and
Yeah. Crazy.
we were fine to see it. It was fine.
Yeah. And it's beautiful, springy, crazy here. I don't even know.
Gorgeous weather. Gorgeous
crazy.
weather. I'm wearing strange clothes because everything is dirty.
I bet.
I haven't done laundry yet, but I had to come in. So
She missed her babies, her
I
dog.
missed the babies. Yeah, everybody's glad to see me. Missed the dog.
Yeah.
Who seems a little put out that I really am alive. She thought I had just died, and she was sad, but no.
And why are we still at work? We should be at home catching up.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
Out of our 2 cats, one can't get enough and is even licking us, which is weird, and the other one, no, hiding,
Yeah.
mad.
Ghosts, who are you? The last person who touched me was weeks ago. You didn't take care.
Yeah, yeah. And again, I think they all thought we were dead.
I don't even know.
So, yeah.
But her other orange cat, he's the mystery cat. If you guys have watched this a while, you know that Nana has this mystery cat that only the grandkids have probably seen a handful of times. That everyone assumes that it's a new cat. Because, like, where'd that one come from? But because he's super senile now. And
He is. He's
I don't even
15,
know.
and
so now he's having
he's the one who's
Rocco.
hiding from us, and not sure what has happened.
How do you know my name?
We probably smell funny.
Yeah, give him. I bet tonight he'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, someone's stalking into their house at 3 o'clock in the morning and it says their mom and dad.
I know. Get out.
Questionable.
Yeah. Well, and we recognize that today is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. So we don't know what your day's like.
I'm thinking you're making hot wings, dip.
Hopefully you get to go
Layered
somewhere and have
taco
someone
dip.
else serve you
That
hot
food
wings and dip.
all sounds so good.
Yeah.
We had fantastic food while we were gone.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, our Asian food, not the
doesn't
same.
touch it.
Super, super good. But man, we were missing. We had pizza in the airport, and when we landed, by the time we made it to Issaquah, we turned off and we got a burger. And I'm going grocery shopping because we were missing some American food. And you know, one other little tidbit, in case I forget to mention this, Coke, they have Coke and Sprite over there. They don't have anything, and Fanta.
Sure.
Coke, Sprite, and Fanta, that is it. It does not taste anything like ours. And we realize that the reason is because they are using palm sugar. And we use cane sugar.
Gotcha.
Totally different. And their Fanta, because it's like the Coke was not good. And I don't usually drink pop.
Sure.
And the Sprite was not good. And the Fanta is not orange. It's reddish, and it tastes like cough medicine.
Well, I think Fanta tastes like cough medicine.
Oh, you think it does? I drink
feel like
it. I thought it was orange
Fanta
pop.
tastes like that glucose test when you're pregnant. That's what I... That's the worst thing ever.
Maybe it does.
But that's what I think reminds me
Oh.
of. Is my glucose test.
Well, see, I'm not a Fanta fan, so I mean, I don't drink it here, so I didn't know what it was.
I
really
wouldn't
supposed
have
to
thought
taste
the
like.
different. I mean, I'm sure Americans put other goodness into our beverages, but
Yeah.
just a difference of just sugar type.
Huge difference. Oh, Lipton tea. I love Lipton tea. I drink Lipton tea all the time.
Right. Cold, hot, yeah.
And the bottle looks exactly the same. It tastes like perfume. They put the first one I got. I thought, "What is that? It's making my lips numb. Something is really, really wrong here." And so I didn't drink it.
Sure.
And I thought, I don't know what was happening. And the other person who got it said, "Oh yeah, this is not right. This is not right at all." And then
Interesting.
I don't know, like 5 days later, I was having a moment because we were sweating so
I bet
much
you're so hot.
that we didn't want to just keep replacing it with just water, but there wasn't a lot of other options.
Sure.
And so anyway, I got that stupid Lipton tea again because it was ice cold. Oh, that sounds really good. And totally perfume. They put some sort of I'm sure it's just some sort of a floral type of it could have been jasmine, could have been something else, but it didn't taste like anything that
So
we
next
had
time
here.
we go, we need to take our own little packets. Our little lemonade packets, or you can
right.
do Gatorade packets. Take your own add to water packets.
I have some notes. We'll fill you in later on things you must know when traveling to Indonesia or
that's
Malaysia.
good.
And that actually is on there to
Take your own drink
beverages. Yeah, you can't take the beverages themselves, of course, because they will be confiscated.
but the dissolve in your water ones.
The dissolve, yeah. But anyway, I have that on my thing. So anyway, super glad to be back, and I should be home unpacking and doing laundry, but I needed to come see you.
And then
And we'll do
here we
box
are.
opening. Yes.
So quick thing. So if you guys watched Fabra Chat on Wednesday, I showed a heart block that was like contemporary and cut up. If you flip it, it's actually the country of Australia.
No!
So Marjorie came to work on Thursday and says, Brianna, so I know you don't watch the comments, but you're adorable because look at this block. So we were looking at it. Totally. So I'll show you. It's
That's
flip it.
hilarious.
Okay, so that was
So it's Australia. So what? So in the comments, did everybody say flip it over, flip it over?
I don't know. I didn't
I have to go watch
Go
now.
look at the comments.
Where's the block?
Well, Marjorie took it home.
Oh, Margie.
She's turning it into a quilt. She's super
Oh, she's
excited.
doing it.
So those of you who didn't watch it, I will put a picture up here for you. Yeah, it's Australia.
We tried to. Some people could get on their phones or whatever.
see it?
They could. They'd say, "Oh, I watched it, and you did a great job." And I was looking over Nancy's shoulder once watching. I noticed the comment when you said that Mom's coming home and I don't have enough work done.
Of course, that was when you
And
got.
of course, all of us yelled, "Busted!"
Hannah's
but,
the one. But the cat was gonna be out of the bag when she made it home anyways. So you know. It's a lot of it, guys.
It's a lot,
but
though. To move
hard.
everything, and then we moved places where it goes. We got rid of shelving and stuff, so it was way too much of a job to leave.
But it's okay. It was all right.
Anyway, I want to see the Australian block, so that sounds hilarious.
I know, it was pretty good. Because I thought it was like contemporary, you cut and do whatever. And and when Marjorie flipped it, and she was like, oh. That is what that is. And it came from an Australian. Yeah.
Was there not a note? Did she not put a note?
She didn't say, she put the note
She
on
might
it for
have thought it was
Harper.
obvious.
But she didn't say, oh, and this is what my country looks like. Apparently I needed to know. I loved it. I love it even more now that I know it's Australia.
Oh, that's so
And don't be offended that I thought it was a heart. I love it. Just, who knew?
Oh, that's so cute.
That's what Marjorie
You're
said.
adorable.
That's what Marjorie said. Brianna, you're just adorable. Thanks, why? And then she told me that. Oh! Yeah, Tracy thought it was funny too.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Tracy saw it too, and Tracy thought, oh, it doesn't look a heart. So I got Tracy too.
It's all in the eye.
It's all in the flip. Alright. Alright, and then I was opening some other ones when I was saying I had another box. This one is from Beth.
Well, and wait, let me back up for a minute. So, did you guys see footage
No,
of Harper's?
we
birthday
never-
party?
we
You
never
didn't
got it.
She didn't share it.
No, not with me. So we can see it maybe for Fabra Chat. We can put it on the
check
back of
in
that
and see how
because
that
we
goes.
talked about it, but I never got
Okay,
any.
I wondered about that.
Anything for it. But Elizabeth from Port Ludlow here in Washington.
Elizabeth Engelhart. She, Elizabeth has come to a retreat. Yes.
So
Super
she
sweet gal.
sent me a block as well as 2 quilts. So she put a block in here, pink and purple, all of that. And then she did a quilt, 2 quilt tops, one in Stars and Stripes, which I thought would be the big sister could have, and the other was a 3-yard quilt pattern that she did for maybe her brother. So she did everything and even sent me bindings. So all I have to do is quilt them up and bind them.
Oh, this is so cute.
Isn't this so cute? I know. I was just super excited.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, she just
That
sent-
is really nice and so bright. I think
sorry.
that's really sweet.
So yeah, so I'll put some backing on these, get these quilted up, and
Oh,
and here's brothers.
And because Donna had said that it's as hard on the siblings,
Oh, I
everybody
bet it is.
just pretty.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh wow, that's fantastic!
Isn't that great? Oh, it's upside down, but
Oh, sorry.
it's okay. They know it's safari.
What it is.
It's still upside down.
Still upside down? This way.
It's cute. I love it. I think
cute.
it'd be perfect.
Oh, Elizabeth, that is really,
That's
really nice.
super, super nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, I'll get these done so that my first quilt shipment can have one for everybody. Because I think I'll end up having about 3 quilts out of the amount of blocks. Because you probably missed what I counted. It was 103 blocks. 103. So yeah. So, and Marjorie's making one for me. She said she would do one.
3 quilts.
Yeah. So it'll be a lot. So I'll at least get one done, get these done, and ship those.
Who doesn't want
so
a
everybody can
shelf
love.
full of folded quilts in your room, though? Or a quilt ladder.
Right.
You know, how cold does it get in Pennsylvania? I think that Pennsylvania, Maryland. Pennsylvania.
It's cold either place.
Cold.
Awesome. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Because that is fantastic.
Really nice.
Alright. And I did get, I think, 2 more packages this week for more blocks. If you still have them, if I haven't sent them yet because it's past the 1st, you can send them. With 103 blocks, I've got some time ticking. So if you do have blocks and felt bad because you missed the deadline, send them anyways. I've got a good couple weeks before I get to the last quilt anyways. So, no worries.
All right, I haven't opened a box in forever. Some of the people that have been watching Box Up said, "Oh, did you see the airplane stuff? Oh, did you see the really bright line?" When I got here this morning, I did see that really pretty blue digital Hoffman line.
Right.
And stay tuned. We're going to talk a little bit about Hoffman and a video for this afternoon, but
yes.
We'll do some.
So these are actually Notions. Finally, I don't know the last time we even opened Notions, but I cleaned the Notion wall. So, is this all what this is in here? I ordered more from Checker than just this. Hold on.
No, it looks like there's a bunch of different, and there's another box.
So this is just the Fabri-Solvi. So this is if you're using the Minky and you want it to stabilize your Minky. One side is sticky, and then the other side you can just stitch right over, and then this particular stabilizer will just wash right out.
Yeah. You have to do anything until the very first time you wash the quilts.
Finally.
I know, I saw it on the
And
thing
someone
here.
just had in their notes the other day, I might be able to snake it. Tracy went homesick again. She isn't feeling so hot.
She's having some sort of a sinus thing, she said.
I don't know. So she was good, and the other day she was really good, and then it just kind of tweedled out. So maybe doing too much after you feel so much better. Yeah. So I might snag, maybe your order's still here, and I'll throw it in here. But those of you that have been waiting for these.
You don't have enough, because the people that are on the list that, we have a loop and tail wand wait list.
Quite a few. I might be able to order more. This could be just my back order, too. My guess is maybe they did some repackaging.
15.
Oh, I'll see.
Forget you saw them. Until they.
But I'll see if I can order. I'll see if I can order more. If I can order more, you'll see them online. If I can't,
but they probably just got them back in.
Yeah. So this might be my back order. Because I think this is my back order also.
I think so too.
Because I know I'm totally out of this.
If I had my glasses, I would know more.
Awesome. Okay, that was Checker. And some toy.
And then the cutting mats. So somewhere you have a. So we're replacing the cutting mats in that shop after a while. I mean, the cutting mats, of course, that we use, that everybody uses, whether you're using Olfa or OmniGrid or Quilter Select, they are self-healing, and so when you cut, they don't leave a mark. But we cut so much that after about 2 years, it's time for us to replace.
Yeah.
What is in there? More?
This is more
Notion.
Yeah. Okay. This is to. Redoing the Notion wall, there's a lot of things. Oh, look at my friction pens. It's like confetti in here with friction pens.
Nice.
What? Alright. Well.
So, Hugo's Amazing Tape. If your husband tends to take things out of your sewing room, it's sharp scissors and this stuff. So, get his own. This is the stuff that it sticks only to itself. So, we used this constantly while we were on the cruise for all of the threads. It just works really well. Comes in a bunch of different sizes. There's 1/2 inch, there's 1 inch, or there's 2 inch.
Yeah, and I have 2 inch, so I had to replace other sizes. Glass head pins.
Oh, yeah.
So glass head pins are really nice because if you iron over them, they will not melt or shatter to the heat of your iron. So if you're needing to press with pins because you're doing something applique, you just forget there's a pin in there. You don't have to go through the misery of now plastic melted to your quilt. Again, friction pens, I have it in every color, blue, black, red, or I do have the combo pack of friction pens. And friction pens are, of course, the pens that you can draw on whatever you want, however you want to, and it will disappear with the heat of your iron.
Also, most popular thing, because again, when we were doing our embroidery block, and oftentimes we would trace a pattern and then we changed our mind. Ooh, I want to put an extra flower here, and we would just hit it with the iron, redraw.
Yeah.
Life was good. And this was the other thing. This is the Quilter Select glue stick, and so it's really nice because it goes on fluorescent yellow, but it dries clear. It's soft, it's sticky, holds everything down, but you can stitch through it, and then it'll wash out. And this was the one that I used and that we kept using during the demos and during the classes.
Nice.
But there's also another one that is it Bowen that makes it, and it's pink, or is it Moda?
It's Moda, so Soline.
Soline.
Is Moda.
Similar. And all of them come with, once you've bought this, they come with refills. So you get refills. Oh, and everybody wants these. People, they did not believe me until I had mine. And it's like, no, I'm telling you.
Right.
You have 3 of these,
I feel
you bring
like
them to work with you every day, and you say, Brianna, please fill or whatever. And but yeah, everybody wants these, so you don't have enough of these either.
I might not, because I'm totally out here at the shop.
You need.
And
these.
It just, again, the needle threader, it just holds threaded needles.
10. Sorry.
You thread your needles, you stick them in there, it spools them perfectly, and then you just pull it out, do your stitching, and then put your empty one back in and pull the next one out.
Yeah.
So it holds threaded needles without getting your threads all...
Yeah. It has all of the directions in there, and I think I've showed this many times, but it's super easy, and people look at it and go, I don't think I need that. Everyone needs it. Applique pins. Super sharp, nice pen. These are kind of nice because instead of having just a little regular head and they kind of get lost a little bit, you can kind of see what they are. So,
and the heads are also in any of the Magic Pen series. The heads are gripped, so if you have a little bit of arthritis or anything going on, you can grip them. And they're also heat resistant.
Yeah. Quilting pins a little bit longer, 1 3/4. Applique pins are super short.
Ooh, I got some more from Eat Shank. So yeah, so I think it is.
Okay, now we'll tell you what they are in case you think you want some.
Okay.
Everybody got restarted.
If you need these. So the loop and tail wand, it was made originally for machine embroidery people. So if you are a machine embroiderer and you're embroidering along, your machine's just doing her stitching, and she has one of those loose stitches. All of a sudden there's a stitch that gets all the way tucked down. It ruins your day. Because it is the beautiful thing, your last one, I don't know, and you can't really use it because how do you get rid of that stitch? This bad boy. So this little metal stake has a pointy end and like a grippy file end. And you just poke it right through where your needle would go and pull it all the way through, so these little grippy bits will pull it down. If you're not a machine embroiderer, if you have a pretty sweater, and you have a snag, a cat snag, a hook snag, oh my gosh, my purse got it, or your earring, my earring always gets mine, you can then and then get that little bit to go back down. You can then stitch it down into the inside or against your arm. But loop and tail wand is super fantastic. And it's like $3.
$3.
It's a deal. It's really nice. So whether it's a sweater snag or a loose stitch, it is fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
and now everyone can have one. All right. Okay. Awesome.
Water soluble pencils. So these are just pencils that you can then sharpen. It's blue, white, and pink. You can trace out your design, write whatever, and then this goes off with water. So whether you wash your quilt, spritz it with whatever, and it'll dissipate. I just have a few. I think I have this one and like a inky one, a blue fine point, which is super nice, water soluble. And sometimes you want water soluble because one, need to iron a couple times and you don't want it to disappear, and you don't want to use, you know, just air disappearing because you never know how long it's going to take you, and if the pen decides you're done because it's had enough air, then you're done.
Those air erasings, I have to say, I have never liked them. They either just say, I'm not done yet. Where did my line go? Or it's been a week now. Why that line's still there? Yeah. The air, it's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
If you have that gambly edge in you, and it's cheaper.
I just like the iron away. The iron away is perfect every single time. Now I'm done. now I will iron it away.
Yeah.
And it's
So,
good.
depending on what you want, heat or water. But some pencils.
One Block Wonder. This is not a new book, but we ordered more of these. There's one of the quilt guilds that's coming out to stay at the retreat house. They wanted me to do a class for them.
Fun.
And I said, I
And they like
absolutely
it.
would.
We showed them my first stack
good.
of WAC. I still haven't
from
changed this out,
and
guys.
years ago.
So, yeah. So we talked about what was behind me, and they were wanting to know. And I was out of.
What
I
is
only
that?
had like 3 books. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
also
Oh,
those.
good, good, good.
No math quilt charts and formulas. Again, just a little quick reference book.
If you don't have
If
it,
you need to
it.
know how many 5-inch squares you can get out of a fat quarter, how much backing you need for your quilt, how many blacks. It's all right here.
And you must have just been restocking the Notions wall. Was this just something that you needed?
Yeah, I was resorting and reputting things up.
Random things, little seam ripper.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting side note, my Turkish prison pins, you know that I nearly went to a Turkish prison because I did not think they should take my little teeny little half-inch applique pins. They did take them. I did not go to prison. But this time, Bali took my 3-inch scissors.
Dang!
I was super upset. But my seam ripper...
I could do way more damage.
And the other end was a stiletto.
You gotta keep that.
They didn't say anything.
Okay, here's the fun note though, because I happen to already know the scissor chat. She was leaving the country.
I was leaving the country.
Not coming
I was
in.
leaving, but I had been in Bali for 3 days. I could have been stabbing my way around that country. I no one cared. I was leaving the country on my way to China.
And they cared.
And they cared. And in fact, that's what I said to her. Is I said, I've been all over. I've had these with me for 16 days. I've flown in and out of I don't even know how many airports, and I've been in all of these countries. And she looked right at me and she said, "We don't care."
Fair enough. Conversation over.
I'm out.
Hilarious.
But I still have my. I could kill you with my stiletto.
Right?
Seriously, I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I truly wouldn't kill anybody.
No. Well, you know, it's like you can take round knitting needles on an airplane.
Yeah, the circular.
Circular knitting needles? I mean,
Caribbean.
knitting needles in general.
Scary.
I'm just saying. Don't mess with the
I don't
crafty
get
woman.
it. I don't get it.
There's another
what
one.
is this
Quilts to make in a
one?
weekend. So if you want
is
to
a
hide
cute
yourself in your sewing room for the rest of your day. I found there's 9 super easy, fast things in here.
Oh,
So I thought it was cute. And they also give it to you in like multiple colors, which is kind of nice in case, you know, it's hard for you to tell, ooh, am I going to like this in super bright and pink or am I going to like it in blues, you know. So I like that when they give you a few options every once in a while. Yeah, super cute.
Cute
So that's
book.
all 9 of them.
Cute.
I like it.
And these cool things. Their books are always so reasonably priced too. Oh, did you show them the back?
Yeah, I
flashed
showed
them.
the
Okay,
back.
you can see what else.
Excuse me, where's the buttons?
Buttons, let me show you with buttons.
I'm going to keep showing you while she's. So this one is Capture Your Own Life with Collage Quilting. So we talked about this, I think, on a Fabric Chat that usually every year one of our 6 hosted retreats that we do, one of them is the collage technique. And that one we have been doing, I think, for 6 years. So this year we took the year off. A lot of people were upset about it. It will be back next year, I promise you. But it was because I wanted some time to practice this technique. And this is where you take your own picture of your dog, your cat, your house, your whatever you want, your rose, and then you learn how to collage it. So rather than dealing with Laura Heine's patterns only or Emily Taylor's, you could do your own. So this was the reason for that. This book is fantastic. We've ordered more of them, but it's pretty cool, and it just it still talks about that whole collage technique, but it's kind of fun because it explains. And we have shown this in the retreat before, but I want to see if there's other, there are other techniques for that. So anyway, that's what this book is. And I was thinking there's another book down here. No.
Did you show them this panel one?
Oh, I didn't. No.
This is a reorder. Quilting with panels. It's just a fun
Super
one.
good.
So if you're someone who's addicted to panels like we are, whether it's a large focus panel or blocks or even using
Focus fabric.
Yeah.
Some fabric that you love and you can't get enough of.
So just a fun way to use
Did
some
I
of
see
those.
this panel? Did this panel come?
No. Something similar. The Chantel collection we got, was it Wednesday? Maybe Sunday?
This seems
would be
super,
pretty.
I-
It's Chantel. It's not quite like that. Close though.
cute.
Cute.
Just one of
good
those that you probably should just have in your, I mean, you know, what happens with stuff like this is that you will not be able to recreate the quilts that are in here because these panels are gone. But
It's a
if
good
you
stash
end up-
busting book. If
Yeah.
you're someone who is going to, you know, for
Yeah.
the next 3 months, I'm just going to work out of my stash, this book will allow you to do any of that. Whether it's that 3 yards of fabric that you still love to this day, and today's the day you're going to cut it up, this quilt will give you those options, whether you're going to do a big piece that's panel size or cut it into squares. So I think it's cool. I think anything that's going to be something that both, whether it's a brand new panel you bought or something you've stashed, I think it's a real helpful book.
Right.
All right, and let's see what is in there.
Just zhuzh. What is this one?
Can I show you? Is that another book? Is that another book? Oh yes. Oh, I thought it was the
Oh, and then there's,
I thought it was the weekend
and then
quilt.
there's another one there. 22 mini quilts to make with easy piecing. That is an adorable one on the cover. So it must kind of be crumb quilt. Oh, they're like crumb quilty ones.
Oh, cute.
You know, which is a whole big thing with people using teeny tiny pieces
And
of fabric.
again, mini, which just means your quilt is going to be wall hanging size. Doesn't mean you
Or
can't make 12
and more
of-
blocks.
Yeah, you can't make. You can make 12 of those mini blocks.
And
create
look,
a small
Australia.
quilt.
Wait, I mean Australia.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
It
do
is.
that.
It's cute.
I know.
I think it is.
Ooh, that's cute.
Love it. And dazzling New York Beauty blocks. So I'm a total fan of New York Beauty. Whether you do it in foundation piecing, I know you can do it in like a Quilt Smart interfacing way. Paper piecing, I'm a paper piecing New York Beauty fan.
To get those perfect points.
It's way easy to do it.
No
Paper piecing.
bubbling.
And my guess is this is paper
I'm
piecing
sure
also.
that it is.
But it's super cool. It's just different ways to put blocks together and different block options. So really cool. I really like it. I think my first Judy Meyer quilt was all New York Beauty blocks, and it's just something I've always loved.
13 years old. We should show that sometime. Maybe we should have that hanging behind us in the
Power
Fabric Chat. 13 years old.
Fun.
Pieced it, long-armed it, won every award at the quilt show. With it. Even won some cash money.
Yeah.
He won
I lucked
$200.
out.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We were vending at that show too, so I was quite popular.
That was pretty good.
Are you that girl? Are you the little 13? Can I take a picture with you in your quilt? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
it was
even
pretty
know.
good. It
Probably
was
all
pretty
over Pinterest somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move these, and then I actually have, what is it, 7 boxes? That I think is full of 108 backing fabric.
And then something special.
And then something special. We thought we'd
I
keep
brought
it.
back for you.
So we thought it would be,
Fast forward or stay to the end.
we just thought it'd be something fun and simple, just because we don't know what your day is. So we don't want you to do some gorgeous Hoffman, you know, printed and find out that you missed out because you had to restock the wings.
Yeah.
So,
something fun.
I'll be right back. So they were all 108s. So we decided to
8 boxes
is a lot.
of 108.
But it's really pretty. And we also thought we just took all the plastic off so we can show it to you. Because it's actually
It's a lot.
two
Super heavy.
texture. Oops, sorry. That's my alarm. It's actually 2 textures and a couple extra prints. So we thought you needed to see all of them together. So the easiest way to do it was to take the plastic off.
Pre-open. And that's oftentimes what happens is we get every single color in the texture and we'll say, well, we'll take all of it. And the reason we do that is because we've talked about this before. We go through 108s super, super fast because there's 15 yards on the bolt, but typically what will happen is you're going to get 3 yards. Most people will get 3 or 3.5 yards. So that you have, for 3 yards, you will have 108 by 108, which will fit most quilts. If you tend to do king size, then I would say get 3.5 yards. But at that, 4 or at the very, very most 5 people will get this one bolt of fabric, and then it's all gone. So we go through a lot of 108. So now, at the moment, we have fresh stuff as well as the other stuff. So it'd be really nice that, we'll pan across this one first. If you are looking to get some things finished, or you have some quilt tops and you need some backing, it's really good just to kind of stack it all together. Get your quilt top, your backing, your binding all together and ready for that long arm, or ready for when you have an opportunity to do it. Those 3 down there. Let's start with the 3 down here because these are all a little bit unique and different. These 2 are the same, which you wouldn't necessarily know, but let's see, should I tip it up?
Yeah, I can't see that far.
So it's kind of bandana, but it's beautiful. It's this white. It looks like a hanky. I think it's supposed to be, if you look at the other one, it looks like bandana, but to me, that looks like a vintage hanky.
Cute.
So it's kind of a pale gray. There's a couple of grays and a white. And then this is it in blue.
Yeah, how cool does it even fussy cut those blocks?
I know.
Or do it a whole cloth quilt.
Do you think that it looks like a hanky?
It could, or bandana.
Or bandana. I think the blue, it's exact same design, but I think this looks like a bandana, and I think that one looked like a hanky.
Yeah.
Weird. And then this one's going to go first.
I know, I love that one.
When we tell you, this one will go first, because this is just, well, it's just exciting. It's beautiful.
Oh, everything about that one.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What a cool back for your temperature quilt.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry. It's out.
Act now. Don't burn the wings. Get those wings out of the oven, and then order this. Or order this and, I don't know, open the door. Do something.
Open the door. There you go.
Okay. And then this is all the, can you see it?
Yeah.
It's all the same pattern. It's kind of got these leaves and then some blotches. And so it's in all of these different colors. So the pattern is the same. So this is that, the green. This one is the kind of charcoaly. There's black and medium gray and dark gray, which is kind of fun. And then this beautiful, it's blue sapphire. There's some purple in there.
This would be a fantastic back for the that Hoffman floral we got on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. And then this one is teal and blue splotches. Beautiful. And of course, this one, always popular. You know, if you kind of can't decide, then that kind of natural and cream, a little bit of white, a little bit of gray in there. Very neutral. Pink and purple. Maybe this could be. Are you doing mostly? Minky backings for Harper?
Well, no, I could do whatever.
Because you might need a summer one too.
Really pretty flannel.
Okay. Because this could be,
that really
seems
pretty.
like Harper-ish. And then as does this one.
That would be really good on the back of the one that Elizabeth sent me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of pan over here. And I just want to mention that, and oh yeah, don't judge me for my pants I'm wearing. I'm sorry. Again, I have to do laundry. But notice, first, there are other boxes. We could have opened a couple other lines, but we do know that it is Super Bowl Sunday. We think you probably are doing other stuff. And we have something very special we want to share instead. So that's why it's just notions and backing, and you'll see whatever's in here, you'll see this on Wednesday. So it's not like, you know, you won't see it, you just won't see it today. This is just a really cool texture. Can you see that one? Is that?
No, I feel like we can see it really good on that pink one behind
on the pink
you.
one? Okay, let me get the pink.
Yeah, that one just looks like awesome and marbled, but we can, there you go.
So it's a really cool, I don't know what the texture is. It's just, it's not a flower. It's not a leaf.
Like
I feel like it's
stipply.
not anything. It's just stipply.
If you're a Tula Trooper, it looks a lot like Tula's Mineral Basic.
It does.
It's
It
got that
does look
feel.
like that. Yeah. And we got it again, not only in every color, we got a bonus bolt of the green. Green and blue are the two. I think that people just mostly make blue quilts and green quilts, but we have most of, and it could be that we're super out of green because Christmas.
Yeah.
We ran out of everything. So anyway, so it's in pink. I didn't take the plastic off, but it's in this really pretty, kind of a deep red. Deep red. Two different colors of blue. There's a clear navy blue, and then this is just a medium, kind of a sky blue. This is also kind of a parchmenty with a little bit of gray, and then the green is just a classic, like an evergreen colored green. Those are two, both the same. And then there's a brown. Gorgeous, a little bit of black in there, and then there's a yellow.
Beautiful.
All right, and then we're going to have to move for a minute so we can show you our surprise. All right, we're
Hanging out.
in the only clean area in the store.
You know.
So what we're going to do is, we had such a good time on the cruise, and visited Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, the island of Bali, multiple, and we'll talk about it more. I have all kinds of footage to share with you and stories to tell Brianna and to share with you guys. But and you put up our last day. Did they already see that?
Yes.
All right, so just a quick little, we were just at the hotel the last, and that was only like half of the group. There was 38 of us, and so just the few people that we were in there chatting with, that went up, so you got to see a little bit. But the surprise is I have the video done for the
Ooh, I cannot wait. So they attempted to FaceTime
You'll see that on the video.
Oh, yeah, I could hear you say, oh, is that Brianna? But Lori called me, and we connected, and I saw, like, a blip. Yeah. And then I disconnected, and then I texted Lori, saying, dude, enjoy this. Because I know Mom is going to film it, and don't try, because I was surprised you were even able to connect, honestly.
Yeah, we all have a lot of phone issues.
In the future. I was connected to the future for
a
moment in time.
That's right. That's right. So it was a total of 5 hours. And so what I want to tell you is a couple of things. So it's going to air. So this is airing at 12:30 on Sunday.
Yes.
Do we want that to air then at 1:30 on Sunday?
30. Let's do
2. What time is Super Bowl? Sorry.
I think the Super Bowl ends at like 5-ish.
Our time.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know.
Pick a time. 2 p.m.
Okay, 2 p.m. We'll do
2 p.m. Pacific time. The Hoffman video will air. And you just have to know, it was filmed by me on my phone. I am blind. You hear me saying what you're saying all the time.
Bali, when you did that batiking tour, that was cool.
That was good.
It was
good.
Okay.
It's
I didn't feel like I got seasick or, motion sickness watching you do it. Because we could hear you really good. And
okay, good.
I thought that was fine.
Okay, good. It's like that. But I wanted to tell you guys a couple of things about it, so that I don't say in the video that you wouldn't know otherwise. We did come back, and I am going to do a quick little intro, so you'll see that. But it just sort of starts. Here we are at Hoffman. So I took some notes of some things I felt like you needed to know. So first of all, Rama. You get to meet Rama. And who he is not a Hoffman, but what he is this is Hoffman's 100th year, by the way. They've been doing
It's a fantastic year, yeah.
It's a really good year. So they started mostly with tropical prints. The big thing that they started doing, all of the Tom Selleck shirts. Tom Selleck made them famous because of the Hawaiian shirts that they used to wear, because they were all of the Hoffmans were big surfers, big time. And they were the ones, because they were doing this other fabric, mostly clothing fabric, they started bringing the Indonesian and the Balinese batiks to Hawaii and doing things like that. And then they entered the quilting world with the whole different stuff. So Tim and, can't think of his name, starts with a B. And one of it's 4th generation Hoffman now that's running the company. That's but one of the sons, one of the original older guy, I think his name is Peter. Anyway, I don't know. I think that Aaron tells you. But anyway, one of the Hoffman sons was best friends and surfing buddies with this Tim. And this Tim owned property in Bali. And so they kind of partnered together a little bit that Hoffman can put their plant on Tim's property.
Oh, okay.
So that was how they kind of went together. So Rama, who you meet in the video, is Tim's son.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So white dad. So he was sweating. It was funny because all of the Balinese people, they do not sweat. We are dying, melting.
Well, they're probably used
melting. And my hair was wet and drenched and curly the whole time. There's no such thing as hairspray in Indonesia. Nobody wears it.
Well, I
know. I don't know why they would. And they also don't have bangs. So you'll see me in the video. There's one part where Aaron is holding the camera, and I don't even know what's happening here. And then also, we put on makeup, but within
it melts,
15 minutes, it is melted off, and you're sweating.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I look like what I look like, and that's what it was. But Anyway, so Rama, we noticed, was sweating.
Oh, and you
And
guys,
it's
of course, asked and pointed out.
We did. It's like, so you don't have an accent, and what's going on here? And he goes, well, I'm half American.
That
That's the
American blood
American in
is
me.
hot.
Hot.
Oh,
Yes.
funny.
So Balinese mom, American dad. Anyway, so that's who you meet. That's who it is. Who's wearing he does his own tie-dyed shirt.
Fantastic.
Not tie-dyed, batik dyed shirts. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is that we keep talking about 1895s. Oh, these are 1895s because we couldn't show you everything. There were certain spots where, as we're going through, it wasn't in order. It should have started, these are the gray goods, and then they over dye it, and then they put it out in the field to dry, and then they bring it back, and they stamp it, and then they put it out in the field to dry, and then they boil it, then they stamp it, then they dye it again, then they put it out in the field to dry, and then they boil it one last time, put it out in the field to dry. And then they run it through this process. So the problem was that as we got there,
Sure.
and we started going through, you will see that it's out of order. But having watched the other video, you'll understand what's happening.
Sure.
And the thing to really point out is the remoteness. This is Bali, and it is
super remote.
It's remote. I mean,
Wow.
they're laying out fabric on the grass,
And fields.
and there's a rice paddy right next to it, and big beautiful mountain in the distance, and birds and bugs, and it was just
So, question. And maybe they'll have the. Maybe we talked about it. I don't know.
Maybe not.
But what do they do when it rains?
good question. And I don't think it's on the video, but here's what happens is it's either rainy season or dry season. The temperature never changes. And you know another really interesting thing is that daylight never changes. You know how we have, oh, it's getting dark earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's just light.
They are
and dark.
right at the equator. They're like an hour away, or an hour away from the equator by
I
boat.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the sun always rises at this time, and the sun always sets at this time, and it's always the same temperature. The only thing, 90 degrees. The only thing that changes is it's either rainy or it's not. So what happens is when it's rainy season, they do not work.
Oh, so that's just like
Because
seasonal.
it is imperative that
Right.
the fabric be laid out for as far as we could look. And I don't think that you really get the scale of every time you saw it outside in this video.
I'm thinking I'm
it's
going
a
to do
different
some
field.
Google Earthing after
Google
I'm done.
Earthing. Oh, I would do that.
Yeah.
I bet that would be good.
And just see, I don't know.
Is laid out. I mean, it's just fields and fields of
Wow.
15-yard sections of this batik that's
Fresh
drying.
air dried.
Yeah. And so that's why, too, sometimes we are expecting batik to arrive. And it's like, well, you said we were going to get it in August, and then all of a sudden it's September.
It rained a little too long.
because they are out of work. And that, frankly, is part of the problem, I think, with the people that work there. It's like, they are such good people.
Mm-hmm.
They are such good people. And I don't know that you really... you get to see that in this video. I'll put together some other ones where you can meet some of the people. But I did leave one part in with our tour guide, Yuder. Yuder, oh, what a kind Hindu man. Just, we met the coolest people. But he tells the story about all of the little offerings. And so I kind of keep showing them to you because they are everywhere, in every store, on multiple services, outside of every store, outside of every house. 99% of the places, you'd see them in the street, on the sidewalk, everywhere. And they always were fruit, vegetables, maybe a little bit of rice, and always incense. Incense.
It's the thing.
Everywhere. I mean, somebody said, oh, you sound like you have a cold. No, it's incense. Anyway, I left him in there and he explains it, but those people, just really, really good people. So anyway, I wanted to mention that if it seemed a little bit choppy, there were times I couldn't show you stuff because there was proprietary stuff that people haven't seen yet. We will be seeing stuff
you got
at
sneak
market.
peeks?
I did.
Oh!
I did. And some of the other people that were with us have it on their phone. And they know they can't They can't share the photo, but they were able to see it. So we got to see what's going to be shown at May Market.
Strike-offs, awesome.
Strike-offs. They were doing strike-offs. And so it was pretty fun. So we got to see that. So there were certain times that if it seemed like, well, why didn't you show us the rest of that? That was what was happening. Is whatever he was holding or whatever he was talking about. I couldn't show that.
Fair enough. That's
so
okay.
yeah. But then we did talk about 1895s. And I just want to make sure that you guys know when we talk about 1895s. Yeah. 1895s, and you'll see. I think this exact one.
Well, that's the newest addition to our life.
Yes, yes. This is what the guy is folding, and so
do they fold it off the field?
No, they kind of roll it up. They roll it
because in the field. I mean, we haven't had it on a long time, but in like sometimes I know when we were unrolling batiks to cut it, and there's a bug, a smooshed bug. It's like, oh, where he came from.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if he would.
And then they fold it off the field, and then they bring it in, and then this other guy folds it and kind of stacks it, and then you'll see I have this whole conversation with Rama because he talks about flat fold, and all of the girls are looking at me, and I said, okay, you can't use that word. That means something super different for us. And so anyway, and then it goes. So then we finish all of that there, and then we drive. And while we drive, I went ahead and gave you some footage of what it looks like, and of our guide telling a story. And then we arrive at what they call headquarters, but that is where they have these folding machines.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of good.
Oh, awesome.
But, so those are there. But the couple things that I thought, I wish I could have gotten a better picture as I was putting it together, because I'm filming. We were there for 5 hours. Wow. And your video was less than an hour. So, but there was...
FOMO, right here. FOMO.
Sorry. I know.
I'm trying to talk about in 5 years from now. Maybe
going to go back.
We'll be up to date on everything, and hopefully Rama will have us again.
Yes. Oh, I think he had a good time. I think we were, I think it was good. And he trusted us, and we were not horrible. We didn't, the girls really, it's like, are you sure we can't buy fabric? No, no.
Well, I think it's good showing it to someone who's in the industry, where we are really going to, understand what it is that he is making, and to appreciate the process, and go home and still buy more. I can see where it's weird if it's just someone off the cruise ship and, what, batik fabric, that's cool.
What is that? I can buy that down there.
Yeah.
Every single person said that now they truly appreciate understanding it, why it's like that, and that they will always buy Hoffman batiks.
Yeah, that makes my heart happy.
Yeah. Because to meet those people and to see these people, and I think I left in this one. I think the very first stamper, the guy with the chop that you see doing it, most of the time he had this. He has no shirt on, and it's hot, and he's got this cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
That's awesome.
It's like, that's pretty awesome.
That's very good.
Yeah. It was pretty good. But anyway, it was just.
I can't wait to edit it for you. I haven't even seen it.
She hasn't even seen it.
All I did was film the open for you, so I'm excited to watch it.
So a couple little things that you'll have questions. This is my attempt to, so that I don't have to worry so much about the comments, but a couple things to tell you. So I wanted to mention why it's a little bit out of order, but it's okay. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was that the guy, so you'll see one guy who's just walking around with this, not walking around, but he's in the fields with this purple, it is a water bottle, a disposable water bottle, full of purple dye, and he's like just spraying it on there. That's all he does. So what happens is there's people that do certain things, and that's what their job is. That's when they work. Is okay. It's your color, or it's your technique. It's what you're making, and it's when they're making the stuff. I should have pulled one out. The like stuff this? That's. I guess like this. No, this would be right, but this would be when they're doing like the background where you see. Can you see? So there's a lime green on the background, there's a dark blue, and there's a purple. So when they're doing this, they do one color at a time, and they let it dry, they wash it, then they do another color, and that's how they do it. It's very artistic. It's very individual, that's what he's doing. And then they stamp it, and then they do it again. So when you see him you'll kind of see and you'll understand. But that if you worry about that, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he was doing it exactly right.
It looked streaker.
I know, it looked a little weird, but it was good. But what I wished I would have gotten was that his feet were absolutely purple. Beautiful shade of purple, because they don't wear shoes. And then we saw
And that's his
another
color.
guy.
Oh, so that's his color.
He's a purple guy.
He's Mr.
And then we
Purple.
saw another guy. His feet were totally blue. Absolutely blue. Blue to never ever be that light, pretty tan color again. And then we met a guy with green feet. And so it was, they don't wear shoes. They're out in the grass. And then the rest of the time, and this was another important thing to tell you, is that I noticed when I was editing the video that it almost looked like it was dirt floors. It is not dirt floors. Even there was one area, it looked like in the video, it looks like it's sand. It's not. It's all concrete.
True.
It is clean. It is clean, but it's
But you're
kind of
working
like
with
a
dye, so
yeah. I mean,
makes
it's a
sense.
dark concrete in some areas, and kind of a paler, maybe newer concrete or whatever in other areas. But it is clean, but it's dark. There's not a lot of. There's some electricity, but it's all open air, and you know. Anyway, I wanted you to know that it wasn't a dirt floor because I was panning across some piles of some stuff that had been folded out of the field and now was ready for boiling, and it looks like it's on a dirt floor.
Oh, okay.
It is
It's
not.
not.
Don't worry, not a dirt floor. I think that's it. So that was
Cool.
it, and I wanted you to know who Rama was. So, and then the other thing is, this was the one. I think at some point I might have cut it out. I'm not sure if I showed it to you because everybody was freaking out about this great big dahlia. And what you see in the, if you see it, it was a kind of a blue and purple one. And I said to them, we've had that before. And I don't know if we have any or not, but that's like a, and even Rama said, oh yeah, that's an older chop. And that stuff was from September last year. And we could order it again.
But
But
I recognized the
but I
picture you
said-
sent me, but I don't.
yeah. It was this in a purple and a blue. So, hey, you guys, this is it. So, but I think a lot of it is to not understand the
Yeah.
process. And so.
And that I think would help some people see that's how we order fabric. I mean, especially as such a remote place like Bali, it really is to order. I need 150 yards of this piece and then we're done. And then we're moving on to this one. It is even harder when you're not just going to a big screen printer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was
Awesome.
really good to see how it was put together. And again, I know that the video, it's almost an hour, but I left in only the most important things. And so it was
awesome.
And there's one part in there that will be a big surprise to you guys. We had something that we wanted to show, and so everybody who was on the cruise got to see it. But so there's one part that you guys have to watch, and hopefully you guys
Don't give it away, girl.
don't give it away.
No comment giveies.
Yeah. I don't know where it is in the video, but near the end. And then we'll talk about it a bunch. I have a lot of fun stories and some pictures to share. So probably most of box opening we'll share some highlights and kind of some really fun things that we learned and fun things that we saw.
Yeah.
And then I have maybe a couple other videos that I might be able to put together. We'll see. But I think we should do a special suitcase opening.
Oh,
Do
yeah, I
box
think so too.
openings. I have a full-size suitcase
think so, too.
full of batik that we bought and things that we did. And I think that'll be a little too much with Fabric Chat. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do Fabric Chat and then we'll have that like right afterwards or whatever, so that
Or
you
like
can
a
take
different
break.
day. Sure.
A different day. So
That'd be
'cause I
fun.
want to show you the batiks that we got, the batiks that we made, and
Cool.
there's a bunch of things. They do some teak grows there, and they do teak wood carvings. And then there was just really fun because we visited one island that was all Muslim. I mean, 90% Muslim, and then one island that was all the Balinese people are almost all Hindu, and then one place that was all Buddhist.
Wow, so like small regionally to have so much
Yeah.
different culturally.
Very.
That's
and
amazing.
So different. Wonderful people. Wonderful, wonderful. You couldn't, wonderful people, but so different. And I have such good stories.
Good.
I have some really good stories that, so Wednesday, so we'll
So
share.
don't miss Fabric Chat.
Don't miss Fabric Chat on
That's gonna be fun
Wednesday.
then.
Yeah, and then we'll have the fun box opening and I'll share, so.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, so enjoy the Hoffman, and I just wanted to, rejuvenate. This would be an opportunity then to, once you see that video, you're going to want to come
Hopefully
back and
you'll be
go,
inspired to
wait, what
try
color
it."
was that? So,
Even if it's just as simple as getting, a Bali Pop, which is the Hoffman jelly roll,
yeah.
and making something fun.
yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to see it. Cool.
All right.
All right. See you
All
guys
right.
later.
Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.